Yeah, I'm female, but I'm just a DJ like any other. I was starting fires. There's another one called Swapiano,
Swapiano.
which is Swahili Amapiano
Are
from
you serious?
Tanzania. From Tanzania.
So kumele kube neZuliano. Welcome to the farm. Very soon, this place is going to be called Ngonyama Lifestyle Estate. Ngonyama means lion, right? So it's Leo, and we are appreciating the love and what nature has to give. If you look at this place, it's just land right now. All around us, it's hectares, hectares, and hectares of land. That's why we are so loud about the land issue in Africa. We're going to be building beautiful homes here, 3 bedrooms, 4, 5 bedrooms, double stories, triple garages, double garage. I'm just looking forward to the type of estate that we're going to be building, but it's going to be state of the art. Currently, we're running a beautiful special. We've got land, vacant stands, investments starting from 195,000 rands. Get in touch with the office, click the link in the description, go to www.ekasi nobleproperties.com. I'm excited because as much as I love nature, I love what this continent has to offer. I've had an opportunity to go visit Kenya. I was looked after. I was given a hospitable welcome. They say karibu. They say welcome to Kenya. I learned a lot of Swahili. I met some amazing human beings, and I'm very humbled to bring this sister to my audiences and say, we recorded a Hustlers Corner episode in Kenya. So we decided to not put it out, but start with this one when she does come to South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to songwriter, future legend, vocalist, amazing musician, but she's also a producer and a DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, Christina Mauri's real name. What is her stage name? Tina ARDOR!
Whoop
Whoop,
whoop.
whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Boop, boop, boop.
I made it.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good. Excited to be finally in your homeland here in South Africa. I've been looking forward to visiting. It's my first time in South Africa. And it's been nice. It really has. I love the weather.
Karibu.
Asante.
Asante sana. Mungu akubariki.
Yes, Samis, God bless you. God bless you too.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for collaborating with me on I'll Be There, which turned to become an EP.
Oh yeah, that project is one of the kind of project you describe as inspiring. You know, you record one song and you realize because it went so well, maybe you can do more. And I'm looking forward to getting more music out there with you, and I can't wait to show people what we have in store in the coming days. It's exciting, guys.
Congratulations to my fellow brothers, fellow producers, fellow industry peers who you've worked with before we met each other. And I've been loving some of your work. I love your writing. I love that you sing in your different indigenous languages, different dialects. I love that you represent who you are. You're so authentically African. You're so real about it. It's not like something that you go out of your way to try and prove to the world. And when I came to Kenya, just the type of treatment that you gave me and just how you looked after me when I was meeting you for the first time. It's been so incredible that I look at you, I look at your talent, I look at what you're putting out there, and I say, wow, she's got a bright, bright, bright future. How does your future look like?
Bright, inshallah. I have plans for the future. I'm the kind of person who is a go-getter. I know there's a part of my life where, that was difficult. Some challenges, people make you question yourself, make you question your existence or your aspirations and stuff like that. But when I got out of that situation, I realized, nobody's going to stop me now. Whatever I put my mind into, I'm going to try as much as possible to make it work. I'm going to pray about it and just do what God has in store for me. And if He wants my star to shine as bright, then so be it. I look forward to working and doing the most to make that happen. And if you think I am a future legend, thank you.
What type of a country is Kenya? And how are the people from Kenya? Because the whole world says the Kenyans are the most amazing people. And they always come as South Africans. I'm like, no, guys, South Africans are the most amazing people.
Oh,
And then
man.
somebody from Zimbabwe, they're like, y'all
Yeah,
are crazy. Zimbabweans are the most amazing people.
No, everybody has to, shout out for their country, So, but Kenya is, I think, known to have the warmest people, probably because we've got people have been exposed to different cultures, to different kind of people, foreigners, white guys or whatever, Americans, Europeans, everybody comes to Kenya, passes through Kenya, visits Kenya. And so people are very much exposed to different cultures and guys from different backgrounds. I guess that's why we're so welcoming. We really are. Ask all the South African artists who've come to Kenya. They say, for example, there's no crowd like a Kenyan crowd. Like, they will dance from the first song you press play to the last one, as long as you've come to their country to rock with them. And so, yeah, Kenya is in the equator. Our weather is warm. That's why I love Johannesburg so much, because it's warm, not like Cape Town. Cape Town was, quite cold. I'm not used to that kind of cold, but Kenya is warm, and Johannesburg is also sharing that kind of weather, and I love it. I love it here. It's nice. It feels like home. Like, even driving to this location, I kept telling Lunga, oh, this feels like home, actually. This really feels like home. And yeah, it kind of made me miss home a little bit. But yeah, Kenya is a beautiful place, and South Africa is also a beautiful place. I guess I'm yet to visit many other places, because South Africa is big. It's big. Like, I arrived on Monday, and I'm like, wait, is it me who's small, or this place is just too huge? And I kept moving around, and I'm like, yeah, this place is huge. I think I'm comparing it to Kenya, and I don't know. I felt like Kenya now is small after arriving here. I'm like, no, Kenya now is tiny now. Nairobi is tiny at this point. Someone was telling me Nairobi is the size of Santon. Just Nairobi. And I'm like, but Santon is only one area. What about the rest, So, but it's a beautiful place. It really is. South Africans have received me well. I've not met any hostility or mean eyes or anything I would call off, really. I've enjoyed my stay here, and yes, you're taking care of me. Lunga is taking care of me, my manager. And I love it here. I mean, what else can I say? I love it.
Your music is inspired by the life that you've lived, and yet you are so young. When one listens to your subject matter, one can swear that they're listening to somebody who's pretty much probably 10 years older than you are.
Yeah.
How was your upbringing?
Well, I get that a lot, not even just on a musical basis, even just on life. Yeah, but my upbringing, I'm a last born of 3 of us. I've got 2 big brothers. Eldest is, of course, my big bro. You met him, MGM, DJ.
The king.
The guy.
Afternoon Drive in Kenya. Best radio DJ in Kenya. Best house music DJ in Kenya. If you're a South African or a musician from anywhere in the world, when you get to Kenya, make sure the first spot or the first plug is MGM Kenya Trace Radio. Danko.
Yes. So, of course, he exposed me to music a lot. But my upbringing has always been, honestly, among adults. Why lie? Among adults. So being exposed to that kind of mature conversations, and like, there were no siblings below me or small cousins that are like, kids that I could, all that. But that's why I guess even in my music, I write more mature subjects, spirituality. I sing a lot about God, His graces, His blessings. I sing about anything life that every other person goes through. And it's things that I know people can relate to. That's why I write about them. I try as much as possible to write life stories. One of the ways I'd like to describe myself is a singer-songwriter transcending African stories to the rest of the world. So I sing African stories. If it's stories from a particular community, the way you said, we have over 40 different communities in Kenya. And every community is unique in its own way. They all have their own fables, maybe traditional stories, myths, and stuff like that. So I try to also sing about that as a way of preserving the culture. And right now, I guess I'm trying to sound more commercial sometimes. I don't know. It's a bit of a, is it a challenge, or when you realize the music that's out there, the music that's being sung in big festivals, you kind of have to sound like that sometimes. But so you touch a little bit on the common commercial stuff, and then you go back to what you used to, the deep, type of music.
There's a documentary I think I watched on Jay-Z when some of the people that came up with him, and I think they still work with him, I think it was Beehive, one of those guys, and he says, he spoke to Jay back in the day, and Jay-Z would say something like, sometimes you can be too deep, but as you're too deep, don't be too deep to become too deep for them. So be a little bit deep, spoon feed them, and then come back and just pat them on the back and just let them do their thing, and then come back again and just spoon feed them again, and then just go and appeal to them with their commercial sound or their commercial and I kind of feel, for me, it's all music, man. Anybody who's deeper than who's deeper than who, like, let's share knowledge, let's spread love, let's celebrate life. And I kind of feel there isn't any music that is superior than the next. Of course, with engineers and producers, in terms of sound quality, etc., we're always competitive and we always compete. But for me, I kind of feel with creativity, there's never a right or a wrong.
It's like comparing J. Cole's albums or Kendrick's albums to Rema's albums. You get the difference in messaging.
Yes.
Well, J. Cole goes so deep, and you think about your life like, wow, okay. And Rema is there telling you, wind your waist. So like, one is doing like, one is performing this way. Rema is he's having billions of streams. This one is having millions. It's like, so where to balance, or which one should you go with? But I think, yes, at the end of the day, is sing what's true to you, maintain that, and then let the people decide. That's how music is. My job is only to write the music, express myself in the music, and then the people decide which one they relate to most.
Yes, I've never been a person to like being boxed. And you're a radio DJ. You're a TV presenter. You're a music producer.
Yeah.
You're a businessman. You're an entrepreneur. It's like, these are all just man-made. These are just words. Don't box me. Like, I'm just going to reach out to my highest, fullest potential on this earth.
That's true.
If an inspiration in that era, or those couple of weeks or those couple of months, the inspiration comes from me expressing myself through music, it'll happen that way. If it comes from me expressing myself through writing, it'll happen that way. If it happens through me dancing, painting, running, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you've reminded me of a particular subject that people almost tend to box this subject. For example, I'm a DJ, so you'd find female DJ. And I'm like, I get it. Yeah, I'm female, but I'm just a DJ like any other. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to, it's the truth, especially as a creative. As a creative, I think anybody can be creative. Anybody can do it. It's not like manual work. Creative, in the creative industry, we can all do everything. So when you find that female DJ, I mean, it's nice, I guess, but I want to be the best kind of DJ. It doesn't matter whether I am female, male, whatever I am. But sometimes guys tend to put that female. I'm like, did you have to describe me like that? But fine, thanks. Like, you already called me Tina. Is there a guy called Tina? Though, just asking, maybe there is. No offense to anybody. But that whole, putting female, whatever, sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's ick for me. So I also don't like to be boxed in that way. Don't, You don't have to describe me that way. Sometimes it feels like there's an upper hand if you put it as female DJ. No, I want to be the best. I want to rock like Shimza. You know, like why not? The way he does, it's the skill. The way he does it, it's just mad. Nobody says male DJ. You get my point. So, you just reminded me of that kind of naming that people tend to have, especially in the creative industry. For me, creativity, anybody can do it. Let's just do it and let the skill sell you. Let the art that you're putting out sell you, not entirely your identity, but just what you're giving the people.
You're a young person. For me, I would assume for you to be expressing yourself through an amapiano type of sounding sound. Why house music?
Again, I was exposed to it from the very beginning. I come from that era of EDM, like the Tomorrowland type of EDM. You know, Martin Garrix, who's probably my age mate right now. I don't know. Martin Garrix, David Guetta, those days, Avicii, all that. Even Steve Angelo and Swedish House Mafia. He's from Swedish House Mafia. I was a house head. Like, I loved all that stuff. Mad. I was rocking it with my bro. Oh, he used to pick me up from school and he's made a mix and he would call it my name. He would title the mix like Holidays Back Home Tina, something like that. He would always have my name there to show. He's trying to show me new music that's been out because he's done with school, so he's trying to show me the new music that's out. So I came from that era. And then thanks to my cousin who came to study in South Africa, who was also a DJ, he exposed my brother to Kwaito music. And my brother has been exposed by our cousin to Kwaito. Of course, who does he share it with? With me. So I remember it was like back in 2007, 2008, that's when I started learning. I was like, wait, Africans make house music? Are you serious? Like, are they singing in their languages? What is this? From that moment, I got hooked. I've never even gone back to
Name
this.
drop. Let's talk about Kwaito. Name drop. What are some of the names that you remember from the Kwaito era? You're a young person. I mean, you're young now. I can imagine that. You were like a little kid.
Do I remember names? Okay, I mean, I know I've name dropped DJ Cleo's name a lot. Oskido, of course. He's a
This
legend.
is a DJ Cleo production.
Yeah.
Oskido, yeah. Shout out to the OG. Happy 50th, Grotman. We love you. Thank you for the love, the energy, the consistency to the culture. Thank you for everything. We'll do a separate video to celebrate you. Looking forward to having you on the platform again. I don't know, our umpteenth interview, but thank you. You've inspired young people like this from East Africa, in Kenya. Tell them more. Maybe you've got your own tribute message to say to a 50-year-old Oskido, by the way, this week.
Yeah.
And happy 50th to Grotman La Mukrek Maluka, who changed my life when I was a young person like you, and he put me on YFM. I love you. Thank you for changing my life. Thank you, Mr. Krek Maluka. I'd like for you to send some messages to people like Oskido. A 5th birthday is amazing. A 10th birthday, a 18th birthday, a 21st birthday, a 30th birthday or 31st birthday, a 40th birthday, a 50th. That's where Oskido is now.
Wow.
Speak to him.
That's
He's
beautiful.
your father. Or maybe almost your grandfather.
No, it's
maybe
my father.
He's
It's
your
my father.
Yeah.
I would say thank you to Oskido, honestly. He's inspired a whole generation beyond South Africa. You really have inspired. And we even have groups in Kenya. We call ourselves house heads in Kenya. We formed WhatsApp groups. And when we have throwbacks, we really share a lot of the music you used to put out those days. And because of the work you did back then until today, we've got a lot of rising creatives back home in Kenya. So many producers, DJs, everybody is doing house, Afro house. We are growing the scene in Nairobi, in Kenya, in every other city in Kenya. And I just want to say thank you and happy birthday to you. I wish you God's blessings, grace, peace, and love with your family and with your friends.
Oh, what a beautiful message. We're very proud of you, Tina. You're so amazing. Like, when you speak, definitely, I always think you're 10 years older. Last night, we experienced my brother Lars. Shout out to Lars, my German brother, based in LA, comes to South Africa every year. For the past 20 years, Last South Africa with all his heart. We're with Rocco.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rocco, the legend. DJ Christos. How dope was that set?
Oh yeah, that was fire. That's
You
classic.
and I and Lunga, they're on the dance floor. What is it? Mr. Fingers, Larry Head. What about this? La, out, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, you were having a blast though.
And I'm like, how does Tina know DJ Christos?
No, like you can just hear it in the music. It's that classic vibe. I remember day one when I landed. Lunga was playing me classics in the car. I was like, yes, let's keep playing this music. I love it. I love it. I love it. Even the song "I'll Be There," the first time I heard it, I was like, this is giving that nostalgia, man. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think the best music is nostalgic music.
Nostalgic music, yeah. Something that's familiar to the ear somehow.
Exactly. So it was amazing to witness all these guys yesterday. Ugh. I went sleeping smiling. I was like, wow. I posted it up on my WhatsApp and guys are like, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of you now. And these are like my deep house friends in back home. They're like, I'm jealous of you now.
Now let me tell you, I was jealous of you and Lunga last week. Kano Music Cape Town. Let's talk about that experience. Shout out to Rampa.
Yeah.
How was that event though? I missed out, man.
It was mad. It really was mad. Like, the location, they were like, let's take you guys out of town. You know, let's get a huge ranch for all of you. And it was sold out. The event was sold out. The sound, I am still trying to understand how they did it. But it was line arrays, just filled up the whole space. Any corner you go, food station, bar, there's music in your ears. Proper. It wasn't harming your ears. You could stand in front of the line array and you're fine and you're just dancing. Guys were vibes, pure vibes. The music was just, oh man, like I took that off my bucket list. I was like, yes, I've done it.
Yeah.
I wish I could add more now. Like, yeah, I wish I see these guys again. Actually, when they announced kind of music, this is how the tweet was. It was, the cloud is coming to South Africa.
Yo.
Do you know I bought a ticket immediately?
Yeah. Because I know, even before we recorded I'll Be There, you had already bought the ticket.
I was like, you know what? This one, I don't know how it's going to work out, but...
And actually, the event for the following week, the 1st and the 2nd of December, the Podcast and Music Festival, which we've postponed to the 29th and the 30th of March, 2024, was highly inspired by the fact that you'll be in South Africa just the following week.
Just the previous...
the week before.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I was like, it makes sense. It's also the first weekend in South Africa of December.
Yeah.
You know, although we postponed, but guys, it's going to be bigger now. You know, the reason why we postponed is because we've got very big sponsors that I can't announce now that have decided to come on board. And they were like, you know what, if you want to go ahead with the event, we understand. We know we are just coming on board a week or two just before the event. But if you were to postpone this thing and launch it properly with us on board with enough time to advertise this thing, you're DJ Smooth, man. You're on that level. And I was like, Tina's going to be mad at me. Her first visit in South Africa, we have to postpone this event.
You're forgiven. But hey, on to bigger and better. Why not? You know, let's multiply it by 5. If that's God's plan for us, why not? Let's make it bigger and better. And then we're going to have the full EP by then.
Tell them about the EP.
As I said, the EP was very much inspired by I'll Be There. And I don't know, the rest of the songs were just like kind of on that vibe. Oh, there's music that some of you might cry to, because I've witnessed my people crying to. There's one particular track that is very nice. That one. That one. Yeah. You see that? That one. Yes. So I can't wait to share this music with guys. It's a beautiful song.
My daughter today, when you walked in, she's like, Dad, I gotta go now. Because, you know, I'm trying to get into this podcast thing.
Yeah.
People just talking and talking. She's been with me the whole day. She's bored.
She was telling me, I've been here since 12.
I gotta go now and see my friend. And then I'm like, That's Tina. Her full name is, and then she just jumped in. The one who sings "I'll Be There," and then she just ran to you.
Yeah, yeah, she's amazing. She's a beautiful little girl. Um, and just seeing like young girls saying hi, so excited to meet me. Even Lunga's girls did the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was so sweet. I think that family affair, let me call it a family affair,
Yeah,
that's what makes me feel like I'm home.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, because
yeah.
I'm meeting your families, and I just feel loved and, welcomed and warm, fuzzy.
It really means a lot because for me, it's like it's deep house music. My daughter's just 10 years old. I've never played I'll Be There with her in the car. I've never introduced her to I'll Be There. She's not on social media. She's in her own spaces, which we monitor as her parents. But for me to, like, how does Wawa know I'll be there? Because all along I've never had a conversation with her about I'll be there. I've
Yeah.
never had a conversation about Tina. I've never spoken to her about my music. At least over the past 3 months, I haven't.
Yeah.
So when she recognized you, and when she spoke about I'll Be There,
Yeah.
today is the first time I realized my daughter knows about that song.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it. She does.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that she ran over to you, and for me, I'm like, wow, a deep house song, a Kenyan musician. My daughter is not influenced by me when it comes to this. Somehow, in her own way,
Yeah.
she recognized you. She was excited. She came to you. I don't know what you guys said to each other.
No, she was telling me, I was playing this song on repeat one time, and mom was telling me, that's enough. Because she kept playing it over and over and over. And it's just like, you played it too much, Like, so that's what she was telling me. She was telling me her name, how to pronounce her name. My tongue is still very, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's brilliant. She really is. She's smart. She's sharp. Like, is it like all kids here are just that sharp? Or
I think it's this new generation of kids everywhere, all over the world.
I was telling Lunga the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Because even I have a small cousin, Nick, he's called Nicholas. He's sharp like that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what's up with this new generation of kids,
Yeah,
man? Like, you know too much.
Internet kids, AI kids.
Yeah, so, but it's brilliant. It's fine. I can't wait to see how they're going to grow up. I think
Yeah.
they're going to. I think that's literally the definition of you are the future.
Yeah, like the generation before. The generation after always has to be better than the generation before.
Yeah, and I really think they will be something of, reckoning,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how 10 years from now things are going to look like.
That-
I can't picture it though.
I picture it. I picture drones delivering deliveries through windows. I picture those flying cars.
You do?
I picture AI robots that look like you and I, where we can't tell whether they're sentient or they are robots, because they would have been trained enough and they would have been so good in this AI thing, all these technological
Yeah.
companies or these robotics companies, so much
Yeah.
so that they'll actually have human beings that think a million times better than us, that are smart, like a billion times smarter than us.
Doesn't it scare you though?
It doesn't.
It doesn't scare
because
you?
at some point I think the generation before was scared about smartphones. I believe a generation even much before that or way before that was scared about the internet. Or the generation way before that, when they were told about a device that runs your entire life also. I'm sure they were like, "No, that's not possible. That's not going to happen."
I get you, but like, there's a lot of movies that tend to predict the future, no?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think I want my future to look like that. It's too AI. It really is too artificial. I'm honestly scared of it to an extent. I am scared of how the future is going to look like. If it's too much technology, I don't know how I'm going to hustle around it. We've had that issue with ChatGPT, where I remember there was a time I could post a link and ask it to search that website and summarize it for me, and it would. Right now you can't do it because they regulated that. They said, now it can't search websites. So it's like, if it could do that though, at that time, you could just send it a link and tell it, people could do their research papers. Easy. Just give me the references, What does this website, what does this writer say? What does this, And it just gives you everything. It says, this website is about, you're like, okay, copy, paste. then remove this just so that it's not discovered that it's from ChatGPT. And I'm like, if it could do that, fine, they've regulated it now. But if it could do that, right now they've created those auto GPT, then there's this GPT agents or something like that, which is the most honestly mind-boggling thing. I've not even come to understand it yet. But it's where you can create your own GPT, your own agent that can do the tasks that you want it to do. You can show it what to do and it will be doing just that. If you want a PA, if you want a copywriter, for example, you can create that and you can feed it all the stuff that you usually work on and stuff like that, and it will keep generating whatever it is you want. It's specifically made for that, and now you have control over it. If they've gotten to that level, I don't know. I don't know about the future. I'm a bit scared. Why lie?
Tina, they've been on that level. Tina, this technology that we have now, or
Yeah.
that they are deciding to release now, they've had it over the past almost 100 years. It's Tesla and all of those guys' technology from back in the day. They've just held on to it. And
Yeah.
they've just always, over the years, wanted to find out ways on how they
can feed
can
us.
monetize
Yeah.
and not also shock humanity too much with everything. So everything that is being fed now,
Has been there.
these guys are already on, like, what's now? What's now 2020, 2024? Like, we're getting into. Those guys are already on, like, 3,000.
Yeah.
It's like, basically, we are too slow for them. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
true.
that's what I think.
No, I think you're right, actually. I do think you're right. They give us in snippets so that, again, they don't shock the world. But you can imagine what's the height of that? What's the peak of that? Like, some guys want to go to Mars and space up there. I don't want to explore, man. I don't care what's going on up there. If I found myself on Earth, let me stay on Earth. Please, like I belong. I belong in the soil.
No,
not
you're
in
from up there. You are.
Yeah, but not the
You're
up.
a Nubian.
I get
You're
it,
from there.
but it's not the kind that you can see with your eyes. It's not the one that you can enter a flying car and go all the way up there. No, I'm scared. I don't want to see things up there. Can have a heart attack. No, I'm good.
When a lot of things happen in the world, it has come to a place where public personalities, celebrities, actors, musicians, and just all the public personalities have to shut up about any issue in the world, either in the fear of being cancelled or sponsors or relationships and that type of stuff. Do you think your purpose on this earth with what you do is to get to a level where you feel like you have to stand for something unapologetically, unashamedly, and unafraidly so, or you just live in your life, and wherever it leads you to and where you have to toe the line, you have to toe the line, and there's nothing wrong about that as well. And let's have that conversation as musicians, as artists, and as people who are entangled into brands, because I'm also entangled into companies, brands, advertisers, etc., and all of that. And I'm also a public figure and a musician, you know? And I see a lot of creative people lately, especially us with a lot of following. With all of us, we've got our managers' eyes, like microscoping us, people that are around us, people that we work with.
That's true.
I don't know. Let's have that conversation, and I think it's a worthwhile conversation to have, with even a bigger conversation at a later stage. But for now, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Here's how funny my response to you is. Because I'm going to say, without getting into details, see, I'm already cautious. Without getting into details, you're right. It's a thing that, as public figures, yes, you probably have your own stand. You probably do. You don't like this. You don't like what's happening there. You don't like what's happening there. But you can't you can't talk about it online. You can't do that. And I think it's a sad thing that it's become a reality now. That if you speak your truth, if you speak your truth that is actually for humanity, or is the right thing, or other people, just if they don't agree with you, that's it. Now all of a sudden they don't want anything to do with you. They cancel you, as you called it. But for me as a musician, I look for ways of speaking my truth, even in the music,
Through the
through the
music.
music, because music has been the one of the biggest ways, even for Africans to be liberated. Fela Kuti used music to put across his mind. Like, ay, 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 that guy's music is just. I laugh when I listen to his music.
Bob
He's like,
Marley did.
I'm an
Lucky
African
Dube did.
man, you know. I
Yeah.
don't wear this. I don't wear this. I'm like, are you
Yeah.
serious? You were singing
Brayu
that, you
did.
know?
Yeah.
So these guys used music to speak their truth, and by doing so, people listened and got influenced and got liberated and got that sense of confidence, and they can do it. So yes, as a musician, I feel like it is my duty to use the music to speak the truth, promote justice, promote whatever it is, promote love, promote whatever it is that is good for humanity, for society, for our communities, for family. I will definitely use my music for that. I do have standards. I do have a stand in some things. There are things, of course, that happen today that I don't agree with. I seriously don't agree with. And so sometimes there's just a way that you have to find to make people understand what you're trying to say. Because some people don't like that harsh truth. If you're not Kendrick Lamar, you can't do that. you know, um, but I do try. I do try through my music, even singing in my vernacular and just speaking facts. And it's like, if you're lucky to translate this one. In fact, there's a song I did. It's very. I feel like it's very controversial. Um, I did it during election period in in our country. That was last year, I think, and I sang that song, and I was hoping to release it then, but there was always that holding back. Are you sure you want to put this out? Even my mom was listening to it. She's like, I'm not too sure you're going to put that out. But it's like, if many people listen to this song and they relate to it, I've done my job. I really have. You On that thought, you've reminded me. When I was in high school, I was starting fires. Not literally, but I was starting fires. I was known to state my truth when everybody else was afraid of stating theirs. If they're called cops, the prefects in school. If the prefects in school are being unfair, like completely unfair, and nobody's telling it to them, and the administration is on their side, because our administration was, yeah, they need Jesus. Anyway, I remember one time I just said it during a meeting. I was like, but guys, you can't do this and this and this. I was so calm about it. I don't fight. I'm not the kind of person to yell. I do not yell. But I do state the truth. And some people hate me for my guts. Anyway, I just stated, guys, you can't do this. You can't do this. Hi. Guys started banging on the tables.
Yo.
Because now finally somebody said it. They were like, yeah, you can't do that to us. I had to hide. I was called to the principal's office. Hey, now you're starting a revolution. I only said the truth. I didn't do anything. But you see that being willing to just say it and risk it, just say it. As long as the truth is out. And you come to realize people actually have the same thoughts. They're going through the same things. It's just that they're scared of saying it.
What is an ordinary Kenyan's struggle?
Taxes. Ha!
Obviously, all of us all over the world. Man.
Ours are just, they're traumatic now. Cause they keep being added every week. Oh, 2.75% has been put on every salaried Kenyan. Oh, we are adding, I don't know, VAT to what? Oh, we are adding fuel. Fuel prices in the world are going down. Ours are going up. Make it make sense. I even calculated, I converted when we went to the fuel station here, and I saw it was like 23.44 rands. And I converted that in Kenya shillings. I was like, it's 190. why is ours 2:30? You know, type of things.
Yeah.
So right now, honestly, if you ask any Kenyan right now, they're gonna tell you it's taxes. Honest, it's the truth. Like, um, but assuming you don't know anything about taxes, of which everybody does now, somebody wrote a tweet. Hey, they're turning Kenyans into activists now, because everybody's just complaining everywhere. Um, other than that, we're having El Nino right now, so it's raining, it's flooding in the coast right now. It really is flooding. Um, a lot of property is destroyed. Some lives I think have been lost, unfortunately. Rest in peace to everybody who, lost their loved ones and to their loved ones. Um, yeah, that's like the most recent thing that happened. Other than that, it's just we all hustlers. Hey, all Kenyans are hustlers. I think Kenyans always find a way to distract themselves from their day-to-day problems. You would think when taxes are going higher, even you'd think lockdown would stop Kenyans from reveling and going out to drink. Kenyans will always find ways to distract themselves. You even know Kenyans are like, we have an armed, what are the armed forces? But our Kenyans on Twitter is also one of them. One of our armies, we call it that, because you can't compete with Kenyans on Twitter. They're called KOT. Mad. But yeah, so that's some of the things that I guess regular Kenyans think about. Just commodities going up in prices.
Life started in East Africa. Is it just normal, common knowledge to any Kenyan that the whole world comes from your area, East Africa?
Oh, it's not common knowledge, no. No, in fact, it's very elite knowledge, to be honest. Because regular Kenyan, I just exist here. I don't know anything about life started in East Africa. I don't know that, you know. So
The Eve gene, the mitochondrial
yeah,
gene, right?
it's not.
Traced back to a woman in East Africa. And arguably, a lot of people would say Kenya.
It is from Kenya actually.
Yeah.
But not regular Kenyans know that. Nah, I wouldn't tell you that regular Kenyans know that. That's the thing. But I guess that's why we're exposed to different cultures and to different people from everywhere, and we're welcoming to everyone. Probably it's in our gene to just be accommodating to everybody. I think so. I'd like to think so. That's the case with us. I go to Tanzania, I go to Uganda, I go to Rwanda. I don't feel strange being in those countries. Once you find your common ground in terms of language, you're good. They're your brothers, they're your sisters, you know. I came here, I didn't feel strange actually. The truth is, I did not feel strange, especially in Johannesburg. I did not feel strange. I felt like, this is just another person, just another African like me. So it's a good thing. I love that Africans are getting to mingle and know each other and grow together and, stand for who we are as Africans. We've got a lot to offer. You always say that.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to offer as Africans. It's a beautiful time.
And back to the music. How is the amapiano scene in Kenya?
It's huge. It's huge. To be honest, I think it grows. I think it's gotten to a point where when the dance scene here grows, it also grows in Kenya. Like, we get a lot of influences from SA, honestly. And so the amapiano scene is also big. So it used to be a lot of course, it was house music all through, because amapiano is like a sub-genre of it. And then amapiano came through and it's playing everywhere. By the time you hear it playing in taxis, you guys call it taxis, the yellow line vehicles, as we call it matatu. If you hear amapiano playing in a matatu, you know that genre is big. And during COVID time is when most Kenyans were exposed to it. And honestly, without fear of favor or whatever, MGM, my bro, big time. That guy introduced people to amapiano in a way that I don't even understand. He even introduced me to the genre because I was so reluctant at first. I really was. I remember I couldn't understand the genre. What is this? I couldn't understand it until we had when the lockdown was a bit, the restrictions were a bit uplifted, and we had a huge event. We had Major League coming through, Major League DJs, Vigro Deep, and now Kenyans, other Kenyan guys. And my bro MGM was playing. Till that day, people talk about that gig. And it happened in 2020. I don't know, 2019, 2020. People still talk about that event. Because from then on, that's when I realized how big the genre grew from that event. It was called Piano Cella. Yes. It was actually by One Down for Aduma. He was one of the guys. You came to Aduma when
I
you were in
remember I
Kenya.
came to Aduma, I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was one of the guys that put that thing together, and it was like one of the biggest gigs and birthplace of Amapiano legit from that gig. And yes, so the genre is really huge. It really is. I won't lie to you. You go to regular clubs and it's just playing. Some people like to botch the genre, but hey, what you gonna do, man? DJs are different. You can't. If you go to another city, town, Nakuru, and the DJ is playing at 125, how do you play on a piano on 125? No.
Yeah.
Sinful. No, don't do that, guys. Please. Mm-mm. So anyway, but yeah, so we still have purists that play now these other tiny, tiny subgenres of our piano again. I love the way you guys always come up with a new way of doing things. I enjoy it. There's this private school. I don't know what those are, but they sound amazing. Oh my days. And honestly, again, without fear, MGM really knows how to put it through. And I'm saying this because I've met a lot of hardcore house heads, like house music, even, you know, white guys, Indian guys, whoever, that they love techno. They love the hardcore, but they love MGM. They say there's a way he plays this on a piano that is so unique, and so we book him. We want him on our gigs and stuff.
Like Shimza.
Mm.
Shimza is able to play around with the vocals, is able to blend it
Exactly.
into his house sets.
So yeah, a piano is a big thing.
What came first with you, the DJing or the actual singing?
It's the singing,
Because
definitely.
you're such an amazing DJ. I've experienced you at a gig for the first time a few months ago.
Yeah.
It was at
Aduma.
Aduma.
Yes.
That was totally amazing. And it wasn't long enough. I think it was about 45 minutes to about an hour set.
Yeah, it was pretty random.
And this is different from the other sets of yours that I've watched online. For me,
yeah.
experiencing you live, that was
It's
amazing.
a different thing, yeah.
Do you also incorporate maybe Amapiano, and what are some of your contributions to incorporating this entire sound such that an entire audience feels well fed?
So, of course, just to cater to it depends on your crowd, really. You can have house heads that you're playing to. There, you just give them purist stuff. You don't have to do remixes. You don't have to play remixes or anything like that. Just give them purist stuff. But for me, I play a lot of Afro house, soulful house, Latin house. Again, house music with piano vocals on it. I do that a lot. Because now that one will depend on which crowd I'm playing to. Because you'll find the crowd you're playing to is a mix of piano lovers and a bit of house heads here and there. So now you have to cater to both of them. And yeah, that's essentially how my set looks like.
Okay.
Vocal house and stuff like that. I love deep house as well. That's why yesterday was just fire for me.
That was beautiful. Oh, last night I had a great time.
In fact, today morning I played one of the sets. I recorded a set from a festival I did last year, Kaleidoscope. It was in Watamu, one of the best beaches actually in Africa. It's been rated one of the best beaches, comes from Watamu. And there's a festival called Kaleidoscope. And apparently my set was recorded. I didn't ask for it to be recorded. I was just given, I recorded your set. That means it was so cool. And I played deep house because I was opening the main stage. And I decided, it's this time. And you're giving me opening set. Fine, I'll play deep house. Guys loved it. And so I was playing it back today morning. I was like, yeah, no wonder I love deep house. It's lovely. Artists like Hyperphonics music is mad. That young guy is super super talented. All the releases, honestly, from Stay True Sounds is just out of the world. I'm also an A&R
Ah,
of.
Kid Funk, love you,
Mm.
bro. Looking forward to sitting with you. I haven't had a, yeah, I haven't had a conversation with Kid Funk. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'm
Stay
also,
True Sounds.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm also an A&R of a record label, Pasqua Records. They
yeah,
have two labels. There's
yeah.
Pasqua Records, the main label, and then Pasqua Records SA. And we release a lot of deep house actually
Yeah.
from guys from here. So that music just gets to the soul. I think I'll Be There is one of those. We called it
Chronicle Deep. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about expensive music.
expensive music.
Yeah.
That's the one. And Chronicle
Our
Deep is also
legendary
good.
Glenn Lewis calls it that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout,
yeah.
shout outs to Salvador. Shout outs to SS. There's a lot of deep house guys that are killing the game now.
There is.
Come, give me more names, Lungster. Give me more names, man.
Deep house.
Yeah, deep house. I'm a chance. I shine them.
Artwork.
Shout outs to Biba. Shout outs to the Fawa gang. Shout outs to the Fawa movement. Let's show love to Elon and also Deep House Spaces. Deep House Spaces. Yeah. Oh, William Injayame. Injaya, I missed you, bro. It was great seeing you last night. Sculptured music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me more names. Let's shout out some guys, man. Let me actually get some more names. Yeah. Moby's my guy. Moby's my and what I love about Moby is that he's versatile. He's not like strictly a deep house. But also let me show some love to my brother, Afro Deep. He's got a YouTube channel that's doing well. We've been doing some work together for a while, but I have not linked with him almost a year now. But I love the consistency. I love the love for the culture, the dedication, etc. Yeah, I just had to give you a shout out there. Let's say movements in South Africa. It's always important, man, for people that are showing love to the culture. We always have to show them love. Deep house. Oskambo, obvious. Oskambo is our guy.
You had mentioned Chronicle
Shout out to
Deep.
Chima Music, Chronicle Deep
Deep
we've
is
mentioned.
amazing, yeah.
Utakapo Kent, shout out to Kent.
Mm.
Kent has been an OG for quite some time. Like, I don't even know if I'm a 2000 know the 5FM Kent mixes. Remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yo,
used
when
to
DJ
listen to
Fresh
them.
was still on 5. When DJ Fresh was still on 5 and Kent used to mix on Fresh's show.
They used to upload that somewhere.
Yeah.
I used to listen to that.
And I mean, they used to trend all the time, like
Yeah.
every week. Shout outs to Aboban, Abo Duke Soul, Abo Citizen Deep, Abo. Oh, Tulo, I can't forget you, bro. Abantu abanjengoCulo are versatile though, because Tulo can do tribal, can do deep, can do soulful.
There's this guy
you can do
called-
electric, can do Afrotech, you know.
There's this guy called Tabotonic.
Tabotonic, yeah,
Yes,
I've heard of Tabotonic as well.
Tabotonic is mad.
Yeah.
He's good.
Cairo's dope. Cairo doesn't do a lot of deep house,
Yeah.
more Afrotech, Afro house, but Cairo's house, and I just checked that Cairo's streams on that Spotify Wrapped. Cairo's streams are almost 100 million. But you know what inspired me about this Wrapped thing? This Wrapped thing says to me, and to the new generation, that don't worry about getting a hit. You call yourself a musician, make music every day.
Yeah.
You call yourself a soccer player, play soccer every day.
Just
You
true.
call yourself a runner, run every day. You call yourself a writer, write every day. So when I see some of the amazing artists with the biggest songs, they don't compare to some of the guys that don't have big songs but are consistent in putting out music. They've
Yeah.
got higher streams. And then I look at it, I'm like, wow, the algorithms, the era that we're in, it's more about the bodies of work and the number of work that you put out there, because you
Yeah.
give yourself higher chances
It's
of
true.
winning
Yeah.
and getting more streams instead of just focusing on
On
hits.
one. Yes, that's very
I don't know what are
true.
your thoughts.
No, I do agree with you. Definitely, the more you put out, the more you increase your chances of having streams. Because if you compare having one song, which fine, it could be a hit, having one song with 5 million streams in the year, one song, as compared to having that one song and then 10 others with 20,000 or 30,000 streams, you've gone up to like 6, 7. Like your numbers go higher because you have all these other songs backing up already what is there. So I do agree with you. Like the more songs you churn out, the more you increase your chances of having more streams. For me, this year has been how do I call it? I like to go slow to put down the groundwork. And while some people might not approve of that method, they just get music out as much as possible. For me, sometimes I feel like I need to lay down structures first before I can put out music. Because one thing that I'm usually afraid of having is a hit song that's not going to give me back anything in return. It's just going to be a hit song on social media, on streams, and then there's nothing giving it back to me. So I figured that this year for me was really putting down structures. And I sat down, I was like, I have put down a lot of structures.
I had to put on structures for 10 years, Tina. 10
Exactly.
years, I had to put on structures.
But now it's out and now it's giving you back what you wanted. Exactly. So for me, I even got management this year. I didn't have management before that. I was winging it the whole way, translating all those.
So you're doing everything yourself?
I was doing that. Right now, I'm just pushing it to the man Lunga. It's like, yeah, we have a contract. Here you go. Please let me know what it says.
Because it does matter. The more I focus on my creativity here, on my business side of things, my creativity suffered.
Yeah.
The more I focused on business, my creativity suffered. And
Yeah.
there's an interview of Kanye West that I watched. I think it was like 5, 7, 9 years ago on the Breakfast Club. Before he even went on to Sway. You don't have to answer Sway. But the Breakfast Club one before, where he says that, where he talks about the more you have to focus on the Yeezy brand,
Yeah.
his creative musical side sort of suffered,
and,
you know?
and that makes sense. I mean, there's no way that you can do both equally on and achieve the most out of it. You honestly have it's like sacrificing one side for the sake of. So for me, I usually don't mind sacrificing one side just to get this other side proper and solid. And for me, creating structures, as long as there's solid foundation and the structure is solid, and then now you can go back full blown and just churn music as much as possible. But your structures are working. That's so for me, that's how I approach things. I'd rather, cause here's the thing, I I don't want to be depressed by the fact that, but I'm working so hard and I'm not getting anything back in return, cause I don't have structures. So how about I chill out on this I'll keep doing the creativity but on a slow pace. How about I focus on setting up these structures, making sure they're solid, they make sense. I'm networking with the right people. I am so that when I give out that music, I know exactly where it's going. I know the potential it has, and how much it can achieve for me. That's what I've been doing, honestly, and it's fine. And I know I've done that. This is probably the second time I've done that, like sacrificing just to put up structures. And for me, yeah, the creative part suffers. Why lie? It does suffer. But I try to find that balance between if if you're on the business side too much and you're starting to get depressed because you're not getting into studio, then put a pause to this, start churning out music. If you're too
And
much
get a lunga on that side.
and get a lunga on the other side. If you're in the creative space a lot all the time every day and it's not giving you the results that you want on this other side, then you have to put a pause on this and fix this side so that by the time you're coming back, it's just you're moving, you're just going, you're just churning out without worrying that the structures are failing or there's no structure or something like that. That has been my biggest fear, honestly. Yeah.
How's the future of the house? How's the future of the house? How is the future of the house music scene in the continent? With the growth of Amapiano, I've seen that Afrobeats has played a huge role in helping Amapiano become a global sound. As although some people think no, it's a cultural appropriation, blah blah blah. No, Afrobeats' success helps Amapiano's success because as soon as you're out of this continent, you're all seen as one. You're all seen
Yeah,
as Africans,
that's
right?
true.
So they help our success, and Amapiano's success, according to me, my personal opinion,
Yeah.
has been because of, to a large percentage, Afrobeats. So let's move on to another tier. Afro house. Us as people that love Afro house.
Yeah.
As much as we are musicians, don't box me. Do not expect not expect an Amapiano song from me. I'm a musician. One day in the middle of the morning, early hours of the morning, I might just decide to give you an Amapiano inspired song. Or then it sounds like it's an Amapiano. Or even if I can decide to give you a whole album. I can decide to go literally become an Amapiano DJ. Major league DJs, you guys know in South Africa, they used to mix on my Metro FM radio show. They were hip hop DJs. But now they are the number one, like, they're so huge globally, right?
Yeah.
But they're playing Amapiano. So it's not about switching. It's not about selling out. We're all musicians, guys. Like, who compartmentalized our mindset so much so that if you feel you want to do something different, but that is still within the umbrella of music, that other musicians should criticize you. For me, I look at it like it's all music, man.
Yeah, it's all music. It's all putting out good vibes. And while house music has been there for years, Afro House is something that I'm watching beautifully take center stage. Black Coffee is one of the guys who's really tried to push it out there globally. And I don't know how many artists I can mention that have won Grammys apart from Black Coffee and Zix Bantwini that are doing Afro House. I think it's just those two. And so I think
For now.
that's the thing. I'm saying
They're the door openers.
Exactly. So I'm saying I'm looking forward
and
to...
shout out to our sister Bonom and everybody else who's won a Grammy.
Oh,
Sorry,
for
go
sure,
ahead.
for sure.
And congratulations to Tyler.
Yes.
He's currently nominated.
Oh, lovely. Look at that. So like I'm looking forward to a time when it's regular. You know, you're having Afro House artists, I'm a piano artist, being nominated for such global awards. And I think for me, that would be a successful point. Because right now, Afrobeat guys are being nominated. And they're winning. Burna Boy has won, like, I don't know, I think several.
But those guys are hustlers. They're all over the world.
But that's the
They're
thing.
not here waiting for phone calls or emails. They're out there fishing, hunting, going all over the world.
Yeah. And
And you know they don't play.
Yeah.
The Nigerian brothers and sisters, they don't play. Wherever they go, they colonize an area. Whether it's a little town or it's a city, whether it's a continent or a country, I know my Nigerian brothers and sisters, they'll get into that area, they'll become one community, and they'll colonize that a hell out of it. And that inspires me. And I love that energy about Nigerians.
But the way you were saying that Afrobeat has opened doors or is helping Amapiano grow as well, it's Afrobeat is actually now borrowing from Amapiano. Guys are making this fusion.
Afropiano.
It's called that?
Yeah, some guys are... Am I wrong, guys? Comment section.
Yeah, you see? So that Afropiano thing, it's making waves. Like, I know there's another one called Swapiano,
Swapiano.
which is Swahili Amapiano from
Are you
Tanzania. From Tanzania.
So kumele kube neZuliano. Amapiano isiZulu. Oxhosiano. Oiperiano. Utswaniano.
But Swapiano sounds so nice.
Iswaziano.
No, but seriously, like...
I'm sorry, we got 13 official languages. It's all Italiano. What else? What other languages are in Mzansi point? Sutiano, sure. Languageano. For me, we're all Africans, man. It doesn't matter where it's from.
And I'll tell you why they call it Swapiano. It's
Yeah.
because of Bongo
Oh.
that is in Tanzania. So Bongo was always very Tanzanian stuff. And then this Amapiano came, and now they're fusing Amapiano beats on Bongo. And so now they call it Swapiano because it's Amapiano with Swahili. And they are rapping in Swahili and stuff. And it sounds completely interesting and new and fresh. And that's why Afropiano is there as well, because of the Afrobeat guys who are singing in Igbo or whatever, but they're putting in Amapiano. So I think it's the same thing. I think for me, I don't have issues with labeling. I really don't have an issue. For me, it's about, is the music getting to the people? At the end of the day, that's what you want. Even on your streams, you don't care what people are calling it. Like on my TikTok, guys are calling house music uns. They're calling what I sing in Kikuyu, which is my mother tongue, they're calling it Kikuyu uns. Some guys on Twitter are complaining, well, it's not called Kikuyu uns. Oh, it's not called... I'm like, at this point where the genre is not that big, do you care what people are calling it? Or do you care that they're actually listening? I care that they're listening. That's all I want. You guys finally know this. Now, when they come back, when they become return customers or listeners, that's when now you can tell them. But then, guys, this thing is not called unts. It's called house music. As for me, it's the results. Are they actually there? Are they hooked first? Now you can educate them later.
Shout out to my brothers, Lemon and Herb. Love you guys. Love your sound. Love having been your distant brother, having supported me with our Mesa Metro Radio Dream. And, you know, I've also had to do the same with your music. I've always been a fan, and I'm humbled that eventually, finally, God has granted us an opportunity to work together. And, yeah, I just want to give Lemon and Herb their flowers. And I'm just glad that you and I had an opportunity to collaborate with them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Lemon and Herb collaboration.
Oh yeah, that song that is they
Tula.
have Tula.
Oh, Tula. Na na.
I love how you just. Wow.
Tula.
Wow. How do you?
Baby.
Okay.
Tula.
Let me even put
And
my
then
water
it goes
down.
into Swahili. Mama ananine.
Tula.
I don't know what that means.
You know what fascinates me most about you is that you listen to these songs, this music, and you get them. Like you get them and you can sing them back to yourself later. You know how weird that is? Not weird. It's mind blowing to me. Like you're singing it back. I'm like, I actually. If my mom was the one singing it, she'd sing some weird keys over there. I'm like, Mom, I never sang it like that. No, like, but you're singing it exactly like I sang it.
It's too dope. When I heard it, the first time when we were still working on it, this is before even Lemon and Herb had your voices when you sent them
Yeah.
back, right? I thought of the Nanatula. Maporisa Kabza. Koja, they featured who? Who is it? Tula Nana. Nanatula. Lunga. The Amapiano Nanatula.
Oh, yeah.
Ubani ngonje ushaya number. Nanatula. Anyway, the subject matter of the song says, Daddy or Mama is going to hustle. Kabza, ne? Kabza and who? Angelique, yes, Angelique. Danko, boy. Siyabonga, muhle umsebenzi. Looking forward to the conversation, boy. Congratulations on everything. Mom's dad is coming soon. Things will be fine.
Yeah.
Right? Don't worry. As I'm away, I'm hustling for us. I'm making sure that we are okay, and we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Calm down, my son. Calm down, my daughter. Calm down, my baby. Tula nana. You know, it's okay. Shh.
Yeah.
Mommy loves you. Daddy loves you.
Yeah.
And as daddy's not around, as mommy's not around, I'm making sure that we are, right?
That's nice.
And that's the Nana
Yeah.
Tula song.
So
That
now-
was one of the biggest Amapiano songs of all time in South Africa. And when I heard Tula Nana, and I'm thinking, sorry to come in, I'll just give you a chance to. And then I think of our history of the Ntu people, our Bantu languages, our Nguni languages, and the similarities and the relationships between our Nguni languages all the way traced back to East Africa and all of us that became this southern African community. And yeah, put politics aside, but what I love is the fact that I also watched one viral clip where Ntate Patrice Motsepe was one of our most successful business people in South Africa. He speaks about, I don't know what country he was, and he saw a restaurant by the name that is very popular and normal and familiar to South Africans. And he was just basically establishing that relationship that we have, us as Africans, amongst one another. We are all one, right?
Yeah.
So when I heard your Tula verse and your Tula lyrics and what you wrote on that actual song, and obviously, and I know it's going to do the same to a lot of South Africans. It's going to take them there, and it's going to bring them to a point where it's about the message. It's about the beauty of our collaborative efforts as Africans,
Yeah.
whether in the political space, whether in the business space, whether in the creative arts. Every time when we come together, not fight,
Yeah.
not have differences, when we come together, something magical happens.
For sure. And being a singer who sings in different languages, I think this is one of the proud ones that I have, because Tula is not Swahili. It's nothing to do with Kenya. I learned it from Lunga, actually. I was like, my brain was telling me, I've heard this word Tula. And I heard this song. I was like, but it sounds like I can put this word. So what does Tula mean? And he told me what it is. I was like, aha, okay. and then I combined it. So for me, mine is actually a lullaby, because I learn a lot of sing songs and lullabies from my mother. So this is one of them. So just tula, baby tula, So,
Continue.
no.
It's okay, continue.
Mami nyaroka ho beria. Tula, tula sana, tula. I end there. Thank you.
Continue.
I'm not continuing. Tula, baby, tula. To me, nyaroka na iria tula. That means mom is coming with milk. Sleep, baby. Nyaroka goko heberia. It's coming to hold you tight.
And then mommy.
Yeah, it's just those two lines, and then tula, 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 tula. It's really soft, chilled, lullaby, sleep. I'm even feeling sleepy.
And then la la la. La la la, hey ya, la la la. La la la.
Yeah. Because of you, I know
No
love.
love, I feel love.
I want love.
I am
love. I love it. I love it. You're singing along.
Because of you, I know love. I feel love. I want love. I am love.
Look at you.
But everything you touch turns to gold.
You're gonna make me sing the whole song. No.
Because of you. Because of you.
Yeah. Oh.
I know love. I
I
want
feel
love.
love.
I
I
feel
feel
love. I am love.
Who knew we're out here singing a capellas? Ayo.
Oh, Tina. Guys, you must go listen to Tina's music. Go listen to our music. She's amazing. She's amazing. It's like she's lived 3-5 more souls before this
Vampire.
period. You think of Tracy Chapman. You think of Sade. You think of all these amazing, legendary voices, but yet you meet this humble young sister that is loving, and that is just so amazing. I'm so humbled. I feel, I feel like I've had this is amazing. I've had the greatest year, man. Thank you. Thank you to
I'm
Lunga
glad.
for introducing us. Thank you to you caring about your business. Let's talk about the business of music. When a young person like you who's new in the scene meets people like us who are older, who've got our own history, the fans usually entangle you with the older guy's history, with some of the deals, some of the things, and some of our past, etc. How do you handle that? And as far as your business is concerned, it's very important because I look at you as my daughter. I look at you as my younger sister.
Yeah.
And I care about you, right? And I want you to succeed.
Yeah.
And also other people out there as well. And sometimes when they look through their lenses, they can look at an older guy like me and they don't look at the talent. They they don't look at the collaborative efforts. They look at is this older guy trying to take advantage of her?
Yeah, that happens a lot online. But for me, as I've told you, about I do care about my business side of things. I've collaborated with a lot of older guys. I swear, if you look at my Spotify and my Instagram, it's a bit scary because either guys don't put their real age or I have a lot of 60 plus years of guys as my audience, which is weird. But yeah, I do have a lot of older guys I've worked with. A lot of OGs, even in Latin house music, I've worked with them, especially on Facebook when I was starting out. There's a guy called Antonio Ocasio. He's American. He's been there since the day Louis Vega when they were young. All those people, like, that's the age group. I've worked with guys in that time, and to me, it's not a problem. It's about what music are you putting out, what type of vibe, It's about the music, essentially, really. And if people wanna tangle me to past whatevers that have nothing to do with me, then they have nothing to do with me.
But I also like the fact that you work with your brother.
I do.
So it's always good that wherever you go, the spaces that you're in, the deals that you do,
Yeah.
somebody who's got your internal best interests at heart,
For
your brother,
sure.
is always there. And thank you to MGM. Love you, bro. Looking forward to having you here.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to come with me here to South Africa.
Yeah, and he
but-
lied. He told me he's coming. Like, what happened, bro? Like, we
Yeah.
thought you're going to be here.
Yeah, but things go ish, and then plans.
No, but
just
it's okay.
decide-
Life
yeah.
happens. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait to come back with him. Hopefully next year.
Yeah, no, 29th of March.
Yes.
28th, 29th of March. That weekend's going to be crazy. Easter weekend.
It's gonna be mad. So for me, again, it's about the music. It's about what you put out. And there's this thing my mother calls seal the gap, which is sealing generational gaps. Meaning you're merging older generation and younger generation, making them understand each other. And so that can happen in any way, via your parents, your grandparents, music, meaning you're working across the whole spectrum, doesn't matter who you're working with. But that means the OGs understanding the new guys. And to me, that's a beautiful thing. Why? You're creating magic. Let's do it. Why not?
Well, Christina, we love you, my sister. That's your real name.
Yeah, you're giving people my ID names, guys. Oh, no. That's not me, guys. That's not me.
Thank you so much for who you are. I look at you as a future legend. I look at you as somebody who got so much to offer this music scene. And I love, sometimes you go to people's cities, people become so barking. Where you're like, no, like this person, like Tina is only here in South Africa for me or our event or whatever. But what I love is, yeah, you hog an artist. Like, an artist is young, man. She must meet other people. She must go to studios with other people. Like, she's in South Africa. Yes, maybe we might have done something together. But let her go into studio with other people. Let people meet. Guys, why do you have to hog, like, contacts? Why do you have to not make people meet? What are you afraid of? It's like you're so insecure about yourself that you think, ish, if I make these two meet, something more, maybe more bigger or more magical is going to happen. Isn't that what we all want? We want people to succeed because their success is your success. And I love the fact that ever since she's been in South Africa, she's not just here for a holiday. She's here to work. This person's not just here to come and have fun and just lounging. She is here to put in work. So one of the things that I wanted to say as we're wrapping up the episode is thank you for having that work ethic. Because I work so hard that sometimes when I collaborate with people and I'm in their cities or in their country, I find that they're not, there's no sense of agency. There isn't that type of hunger. There isn't that type of energy that I bring to the table.
Yeah.
So much so that I end up being like, ish, But when I was in Kenya,
Yeah.
the way you moved with me, the way we were so aligned, and the amount of work we did in just a short space was like hardly a week
Yeah, 4
that we
days, I
did. It was
think.
amazing what we
Yeah.
achieved. We even shot a music video. So I see you doing the same thing in South Africa, even more than what I did in Kenya.
Actually, today was more of a rest
So
day.
congratulations. What happened today?
This is what happened today. It was more of a rest day. Like, I woke up and I was like,
Because we were out last night.
Yeah.
We all got home like at 3 a.m.
yeah, I know. I was like, Lunga, today what are we doing? Today you can chill a bit. For real? Every day was like, whatever, are you here? 9. Okay. Whatever you here? 10. Okay. Whatever you here? So, like, every day has been really a hustle for me. And that's important. Like, coming here, we had a checklist with Lunga. 5 things you want to do. Increase that list if you want. Studio with who, interview here, do this with here. Fine. And as we were driving here, we were like, I think we checked, we ticked all those. And we've touched on all of that.
Well
So-
done. Top 5 South African producers. The next question will be top 5 South African DJs. I know some are DJs and
Yeah, they are
producers,
DJs and
but let's start
producers.
with producers. Top 5 South African, let me say top 5 African producers, including Kenyans and, no. She's in our country, ne? Top 5 South African producers.
Okay. They're all DJs. So, top 5 South African producer DJs. I'm on the spot. Hi. Without ranking them, this is not a rank. It's just coming into my head.
According to no order,
Yeah,
right?
no order
Yeah.
here for sure. Cairo.
Cairo. Yeah.
Yeah, Cairo. I'm about to hustle him after this.
No, you don't have to hustle him. Whatever you want to do with him, it's already done.
Yeah.
He introduced me to you
Yeah.
before Lunga introduced me to you personally. So
Joker
shout out to
Juga.
Cairo. Love you, bro.
So there's Cairo, Atmos Black,
Ah, Atmos Black.
who
I call him Black. Black in South Africa.
yeah,
The
the
Q,
cute. I can't
the
even
click.
do that.
There's 3 clicks in East Coast. There's the side click
Yeah.
with an X, and there's a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, I'm even.
Oh yeah, she's wearing his clothes. Thank you for conscientizing her, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, Atmos Black, love you, bro. Love you, love you, love you, and congratulations on everything. But in Joko Chuge,
Joker Juga. Should I disclose?
do
About that
please
song?
disclose.
Remember what I told
Come
you?
on, tell us. Fun guys.
The first time I recorded that song,
What happened? No, tell us. Come on, don't do this, man. What does this mean? Come on. Come on, you see the managers.
been warned.
Give the manager
I've been
drinks and
warned.
bottles and champagnes outside, guys. Come on, this is a farm. Come reveal things here. We want to
the
know.
first time I recorded that song was actually with Atmos Black. Joker Juga was with Atmos Black. And then it ended up not working out because things happen like that. Sometimes projects don't work out. And
I
then,
know, it's like I'll be there.
some,
I was supposed to have done it with Amos, but I ended up
exactly,
doing it with you. Those
exactly.
things
So
happen.
those
There's
things
nothing wrong
happen,
about it. I'll do
exactly.
something else with him later, yeah.
So I got the vocals to myself and I was wondering who would sound so nice on this. And I remember I was walking at home in the compound, just walking, moving around, and it hit me. Cairo. Cairo had wanted to work with me since 2019.
Wow.
And I remembered I never responded to the guy.
Yeah.
And I hit him up. I was like, fam, I have vocals. And I sent him. In 2 days, he was done.
Yeah.
2 days. He was like, I woke up today and I rocked this song. It was done. And for me, that one was like, Cairo, because I respect his work. He's big, he's traveling. I was like, take the song, it's yours. Like, you will own it, fine. And then he put it out in his album. And I was like, yeah, that's an achievement. And now it ends up being the song that every South African is singing to me, Joke Juge, and probably they say it wrongly, but it's fine.
What does it mean?
Joke Juge means, let me tell you. So, the song is actually, I tell you, I sing a lot of songs from communities, from songs we were singing as kids. And so that one was a song that was performed to our first president by some kids in a school. And they were telling the president, welcome. And the kids were showing off their dresses, like mine over here. They're showing off their dresses and they're asking the president to support their school with education and thanking the president for that. So it's just one of those nice songs that, again, nostalgic music. So people who understand Kikuyu would listen to that song and be like, hey, I know this one. I know this song. So yes, that's a song I was taught by my mother, and that's what it means really. It's just about let me tell you, the dress I'm wearing has stars around it.
Okay,
or something
okay, I
like that.
get
It's
you, I
really
get
just
you.
a fun song, dancing song, and you know, talking about the land in Kenya, different rivers, Madhyoya and Shania meeting together. It's really just a fun song.
Give me 2 more names, South African DJ producers,
Um.
apart from Black Coffee.
Oh. Hey.
Because we know it's global. It's an easy thing. Obviously, we know it's number 1, but like, let's think about others. Give me others.
Hey, Mpo Wave.
Mboza. Mboza, we are shy number, Ntwana. We are shy number. We are shy number,
Yes,
boy.
I could not
We are
forget
shy
that guy.
in number, boy. Nyanganyu sound there. Congratulations with everything. Mpo is amazing.
Mpo is, wow. He's sharp.
I don't even think he's a wave. I think he's going to be in the industry for long.
Yes.
For very long.
Yeah, actually, I was with him yesterday, and I
Yeah.
asked him when he started this thing.
I remember when you guys told me that you're going to North Riding Point, to
yeah.
Mpoza, sure.
Dakapo is very versatile,
Yeah.
so I would think I'd put him on that list. And yeah.
And Eno, you have to throw in Eno there.
Oh, Eno Napa, my buddy. We like to tease each other.
Tina, we love you in South Africa. I always say when South Africans show you love, don't listen to, some of the things that you hear over there on the internet. South Africans have so much love. When they love you, they will love you as if like you are from here. South Africans sometimes they forget Oskido is like from the Zim. TJ Fresh is like from Botswana. Shaja is from like the way we love people that like Abo Pitandoro, Amakrut Manuetu, Abo like all like South Africans have got so much love, and I think they'll attest to this. That sometimes we get caught out by the negative narrative that is out there that gets blown up by the media, and it sends the wrong message as if South Africans are bad to foreigners or South Africans are hostile or harsh to foreigners. Yes, there are those cases anywhere in the world, in any country, but I believe South Africans are already showing you a little bit of love in the few weeks that we've worked together. It's still a little under 10 weeks.
Yeah.
I can imagine after 10 months, and I can imagine after 10 years,
Yeah.
when you do become that legend that you are meant to be.
I look forward to it. Thank you so much for your kind words and for speaking into my future positively. I bless you. Thank you for that.
Last words, there's your camera. Which camera, bro? Speak to the youth, man, especially young girls. I've got daughters. And when I
Yeah.
look at people like you, I see my daughters and people who can speak life into my children.
I would say especially to, let me just say to girls because it's out of experience. Do your best, achieve your dreams, be humble, work towards whatever you aspire to be because you can do it. You can do it. You can run that business. You can put your foot down and tell guys this is not how I do things. And I'd say, yeah, work and get there because you can get there. I've done it. I get my flowers from people back home, and I'm just like, you guys have no idea the hustle, the sleepless nights, the what. But I believe everybody has the potential to achieve what you put your mind to. So, and to everybody else, you have the potential to achieve what you put your mind to. And I wish you success. I wish you grace. I wish you all the opportunities to come your way because at the end of the day, we're all living to make it in this world or to survive. Because, I mean, yeah, why not? Yeah, God bless you all.
Hustlers, Christina Mauri. Is it Mauri or Maura?
Mwaura.
Maura, known to you as Tina Do. May God bless you. Thank you. I'm humbled to have had an opportunity to work with you. Looking forward to seeing your future unfold, and seeing you become that legend that you are meant to become.
Thank you.
I do know also that I'm blessed also with an ear, apart from everything else, with an ear. And every time when I vouch for someone sonically, as far as music's concerned, I'm usually 4 out of 5 times correct. And I've got a hunch that you're going to become an amazing, global, successful musician.
Amen.
May God bless you. Thank you very much for visiting South Africa and
Thank
for
you.
working with me. I appreciate you.
I look forward to coming back. Thank you
Yes.
for having me.
29th and 30th of March,
Yes.
2024.
Yes.
We're
Wow.
launching our project. We're going to be singing.
The
So
real
they've got
deal.
3 months to know all the lyrics and all the music.
Yep. Yeah, they
The
do.
music will be out by January, EP. Yeah.
Looking forward.
And looking forward to you releasing more work. I hope we're getting an album or some sort of an EP from you, not our joint
Yeah,
EP or joint
you
EP
are.
with other people.
You
Are we getting something from
yes.
you next year?
It's very much assured you will get
Okay.
my singles next year.
20,
and
no,
an
not singles. EP or album?
EP.
2024.
It's an EP.
Nice.
You prime guys with EP first and then
Nice.
the rest. Yes, stay tuned, guys.
Nice. Love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother.
Asante sana.
Karibu.
And Mungu akubariki.
Na kubariki pia.
Guys, by the way, for those who don't know that we are a shy number on the decks, let's get on to the ones and twos. It's not going to be on this episode, but check out a later episode. You'll see her on the deck. She's about to give us an hour's blessing on the ones and twos. Danko!